Hello. Let's open up some Gundam balls. It's an Eveltal. I choose you. What's wrong with my Pikachu? What's up, y'all? My name's Victor and I love toys, and today I'm opening up and building these 3 Gundam Gashapon that I've been holding on to for like a year, like a dummy. If you don't know, Gashapon are Japanese capsule toys. I bought these last year when I was in Japan for 300 yen each, which was just under about $3 US at the time, and I don't know what's in them or even what series they're from, because the way I did it is whenever I walked by a Gundam Gashapon machine, I just bought 1 or 2 or 3 and threw them all in a bag together. So let's open them up. Alright, so first I'm gonna open these up and see what I got, and then I will build them all and talk about them a little bit. This one's got some tape on it. I remembered that from last time, so I kept my knife handy. I'm pretty sure the other 2 are going to be from a different series because the balls are bigger. But maybe they put them that way in different machines for some reason. I have no idea. I don't know much about how these work. Or even how to get them open, apparently. Okay, there it goes. No? Open up. There it is. And I know what this is. This is the Sinanju from Gundam-08. I already have this one. Actually, I've done one of these videos before. If you want to see, I'll put a card up in the corner. I do not mind having extras of these, though. Maybe one day I'll repaint it in an interesting color. This series has mostly suits from Gundam Unicorn, which I recently saw, so it's kind of cool to recognize him this time. Let's see what's next. Okay, so this is Gundam Gashapon Senshi Forte Series 2. I don't think I have any of these. And the suit I got looks like this one. It's the 00 Quanta from the 00 movie, which I never saw. I did see the 2 series. That was a while ago. And there's a Zeta Gundam, 3 grunt suits I don't recognize, and the Musha Gundam. Interesting. That'll be fun to build. And last, this one has no tape, luckily. Open up. Oh, this one's different. This is definitely a different series. Okay, so I had to stop for a second because I wasn't sure what series this is, but it's Frame Operations Series 1. And I believe it cost me 400 or 500 yen now that I think about it because the pieces are bigger. I think the suits are going to be bigger. And there's a new Gundam, the Sazabi, which is what I got. It says 4, but they look like there's 2 Barbatos. I think they're 2 different ones. And a Graze from Iron-Blooded Orphans. That's cool. Let's build them. Senanju all done. As I mentioned in the last video, they're pretty hard to put together, pretty fiddly. I'm pretty sure you can tell from that video. But the details look pretty cool. The paint and the molding are pretty decent for a $3 toy, and they've got a fair amount of posability. At the elbow they can swivel and bend, and at the shoulder they have kind of ball joints, a little bit. And at the hips they have little ball joint, but doesn't give them too much movement. Same as the head. Because of the rubbery plastic they use, these tend to have some bent pieces like this head fin and the gun. They probably wouldn't be too hard to fix. Maybe just putting a blow dryer on them and slowly bending them back. I've never managed to put in the effort. Okay, here's the 00 Quanta from the Senshi Forte series. It's very similar to the Dash series, except there's more complexity, more pieces. The head alone was 5 pieces compared to the Senanju's 1 piece. The weapons were also more complex, more pieces, and they come with extra posing hands and a stand, so they're pretty cool in a lot of ways. It was a bit more difficult to put together though, especially those different shoulder joints. That don't even give it too much extra mobility. The elbow joints were the same with the swivel, and the wrists swivel around. The leg joints also have the same amount of mobility as the Dash Senanju. Comes with an extra sword. I'm guessing so you can rearrange those blades on the shield. I didn't really try too much. It was all a little bit of a hassle, so I'll figure that out later, I guess. And here's the completed Sazabi, which was pretty different to build, really. Came on a lot more runners, which are very thick for some reason, and are a harder plastic, so they didn't have the bending issue that the other 2 series had, but they had some other issues. One thing is, the sprue marks are very clearly visible. They were very close, right on the edge of the sprues, and because they're so thick, it was pretty hard to get them off without messing them up at all. I guess I didn't try too hard. It's a bit bigger than the other 2, and you also put it together differently in that there's an inner frame. So that was kind of interesting. The articulation is a bit weird though. I think it's going to be a little harder to get it into a cool pose. For example, the elbows do not swivel out like on the other 2, and neither do the wrists. So that's what happens when you try to. Also, there's a lot more mobility at the hips, but the feet are attached so closely to that ankle armor that they can't move, even though they are on a ball joint. That's a weird choice. On the upside though, it does feel a bit more like a regular toy, like you can play with it and it won't fall apart necessarily. Also, the harder plastic makes it feel sturdier. I guess that's the point of this frame operation series. Here they are all together. And while they're difficult to put together, like I said, I would not build standard Gunpla if all the pieces were this hard to put together. They do look pretty cool. The molding and the paint are pretty nice, and just to have them on display as little SD Gundam for $3 a piece, it's not too bad. Or $4 for this guy, I guess. What do you guys think of these? Do you like them, or do you disregard them completely in favor of the standard Gunpla kits? Let me know in a comment. Thank you all very much for watching. Like and subscribe and watch some more videos if you wanna, and I'll check you later.